It's not too late yet.
Mr. Block, I didn't know you were here. Quinn's not here. I'm a little early,
Relax,
but...
Edward, I'm just looking around.
Oh, okay. If there's anything I can help you with...
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is. I'd like to know more about Ellis Frame.
What, the file was incomplete?
Oh, don't take this as a criticism. It's not meant to be.
Well, what's missing?
It's fine, as far as it goes. What I need is a chronology.
A chronology? I don't understand.
I want to know how long Ellis Frame has been involved with Matt Corey. When it began, how the relationship developed, and, if possible, even how they feel about each other now.
Well, they are engaged.
Well, that's just an event. The engagement. I want to know the extent of their real feelings for each other.
I see.
Do you think you can get that for me?
Well, certainly, sir.
Yes. I thought you could. I want that information today.
Of course, sir. Good morning, Alice.
What a treat. I didn't expect to see you till this evening.
Well, I tell you, I had to go by my lawyer's office, so I...
You don't need an excuse to drop in on me. Not now, anyway.
I'm that transparent, am I?
I hope so. I just hate it when I don't know how the man I love feels.
I'll try to always let you know how I feel. Good morning, Jim.
Morning.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
No, you're not interrupting anything at all. It's just that Alice and I have gotten kind of used to having our morning coffee together. I suppose I'm relishing these last few weeks before the wedding.
I can understand that. I'd like to say I'm sorry to take her away from you, but I'd be lying, so I won't.
I understand. I wouldn't have it any other way. I just want her to be happy.
Well, I am happy. But you don't look so happy, Mac. What is it?
Oh, no, it's nothing. Covering already, am I? Well, it's just that I have to talk to Mr. Bond about the custody suit, and after all the work he's done.
Well, he's done a good job, hasn't he?
No question about that.
From all you've said, he's developed your side of the case very thoroughly.
Oh, yes, it's not my side I'm worried about. It's Rachel.
What do you mean?
Well, according to Mr. Bond, all the evidence is in my favor to get custody of Amanda.
You're just not sure you want to use that evidence.
Yes, that's it. Now I've got to go over there and let him convince me to present that evidence in court, which is going to hurt and humiliate Rachel, is the right and proper thing to do.
ProMed Labs, good morning.
Good morning. I had a pregnancy test taken yesterday, and I was told to call to get the results.
Your name?
Cecile Frame, and my file number is B621743.
If you'll just hold, I'll run this down on our computer.
Thank you. I'll hold.
Mrs. Frame,
Yes?
the test was positive. Mrs. Frame?
What? Oh, positive. That means that I'm pregnant, right?
Yes, it does. Would you like me to have this call switched to your doctor? From your records and from the information you gave Dr. Christopher, it would indicate a 6 to 7 week pregnancy. Maybe you should drop by and have...
No, thank you.
Another world.
Have you read this file on Alice Frame?
Yes, I have.
Mr. Black was in this morning early, before I got in, looking at it.
What did he want, if I may ask?
He said the file was incomplete. He wants a chronology of her relationship with Mac Corey.
That shouldn't be difficult.
Well, it wouldn't be, but he wants more than that. He wants to know how they feel about each other, how deep their relationship goes, stuff like that.
Difficult, but not impossible.
Yeah. As a Matter of fact, I know just the person who might be able to help me.
Is there anything I can do?
Oh, no, thanks, Quinn. But thanks for the offer.
Anytime.
Yes, may I speak to Sally Frame, please?
You've reached 555-7761. No one can come to the phone right now, but if you'd like us to call you back, just leave your name and number at the sound of the beep.
Good morning, Cecile.
Brian, what are you doing here? I thought that you had moved back to your office for good.
Oh, almost for good. I still have a few loose ends to tie up for Mac before he comes back for good. That's why I'm here.
Do you want to talk to me?
Well, actually, I would like to see you for a moment if I could.
And what would you like to talk about?
Well, have you made any arrangements to have the pregnancy test done?
Actually, Brian, I haven't had a moment. I mean, as you can see, I am just up to my ears in work, and by the looks of my schedule, I just don't have the time.
Well, as I told you the other day, we do have 90 days.
And as I told you, I can have my lawyer draw up a disclaimer. I mean, he can have it to you at the end of the week, and we can wrap this whole thing up.
Cecile, for your own sake, I think you should be aware that you're not fully protected by a disclaimer.
I know, Brian, you told me that.
But a pregnancy test would be so much cleaner and simpler. That way, not only would Jamie be fully protected from any future claims, but if there were a child, an issue of Jamie's, his or her future would be protected.
Well, that's really very lovely logic, Brian. But you see, I'm not pregnant. You can take my word for that. And the disclaimer would vouch for it.
But a test would be better.
No, Brian, it wouldn't. It definitely would not be better. As a matter of fact, wouldn't do me any good at all.
So you're back in the office full time now?
Oh, no, I wish I were, but because of Russ, I'm still only doing half a day at the complex. After the wedding, we'll see.
Have you set the date yet?
No, not definitely, but you know what I was thinking? The holiday season during December, that'd be a good time for a wedding, don't you think?
December? Yeah, I think that would be a good time.
So how are things going for you?
What do you mean, with Philip or...
Cecile? Both.
Well, the job is coming along. I'm learning new things all the time, though they don't always have to do with journalism.
Well, I think one step at a time is the better way, at least right at first. Believe me, I'm talking from experience. And Cecile?
Well, I haven't seen her today. She and her attorney are supposed to be in court starting the divorce.
But you have no idea how it's going?
No, but I'm sure I would have heard if there had been any problems.
Seems to me she's taking things very much in her stride, don't you think?
Yes, I think she is, considering. Mac, she doesn't want to hurt Jamie, neither do I.
I know that, Sandy. Maybe it's all for the best, the way it turned out.
Well, I hope so. I love her, you know, I really do.
Yes, I know that. What are your plans after the divorce is final?
Well, I want to get married, Mac.
And is that what Cecile wants?
Well, I think so. At least I hope so.
She hasn't said?
Well, yes, but I don't want to push her. You know, she needs some time. I mean, Mac, I'm sorry to say this, but she's had a rough time of it. Jamie did a lot of things. I mean, maybe he wasn't responsible because of the drugs and things, but still, it was kind of rough on her.
Yes, I know it was, and I suppose the worst thing in the world for her would be to rush into another marriage too soon, no matter how much she loves you.
Well, yeah, see, that's what I thought.
But on the other hand, if I know anything about women, and I'm pretty sure I don't, I think what she needs most is reassurance from you now. She needs to know how much you do love her.
Well, I want her to know how much I love her, but I don't want her to feel like that I'm pushing.
Well, I don't think it's pushing to let her know how you feel.
She knows, Mac.
Don't take that for granted. All too often, both sides do just that. And then in the end, neither one knows how the other feels, and they're both afraid to ask. As with Alice and me.
Alice and you? Oh, now, wait a second. I don't understand. You're together.
Yes, luckily for both of us. You see, I never in the world dreamed that Alice would marry me. I mean, our difference in age, our different backgrounds, our contact with the same people that Rachel and I had known. Well, anyway, all of that I thought was working against us until I got up my courage to ask her, and then I found, to my surprise, that she felt just the same way as I did. She wanted to get married as much as I did.
Yeah, I think I get the point.
Good.
There is something that bothers me, though.
What's that?
Well, now, you and Alice both had great marriages. I mean, real love relationships that brought you both a great deal of joy.
Yeah.
Now, I know that the breakup with Rachel was very difficult, but I also know that you loved her very much.
Yes, that's true.
Well, see, I'm just not sure that it's the same with Cecile and me.
I see. Well, maybe it is better if you wait and see.
Well, it's a problem. When I'm with her, I don't feel like waiting. I mean, my head is telling me one thing, and my heart is telling me something else.
I think you should follow your heart. Just because the past didn't work out, it's no reason to think that the future won't.
Anything yet?
No, it's a shot in the dark anyway.
Where's Jerry?
He's down at the pub, the Lighthouse.
The Lighthouse? Did you fill me in on that?
Well, I don't know. I thought I did. You know, we're checking out all the clubs that have pinball machines.
Oh, yeah. The ambulance route.
Right.
The day the breather called and you got him on tape.
That's right.
What about this place over on Elm? Wasn't there some possibility that the guy made the call from the arcade?
Yeah, we thought so, but when Jerry checked it out, he found that the pinball machines were too far away from the phone and you couldn't hear them.
Oh. So you're checking this place out now?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Well, it's on Waters Street, and the whole setup looks perfect. We figure if we keep watching, this guy's going to strike sooner or later. Hey, Rick, I'm glad you could make it.
Yeah, did you want to talk to me privately?
No, I meant not around Clarice, that's all.
Oh, that's okay. I've got some business I can get back to. But if I can be of any help, you let me know.
All right, thanks a lot. Rick, there's something I want you to hear. What do you make of that?
That's the phone call Clarice got?
Well, that's one of them. I mean, we've got an answering machine now because she's afraid to answer the phone.
Is that bad?
Oh, it's worse than that. It's awful. Man, and I feel like a heel because I can't stop this guy.
What have you done so far?
Well, in order to stop it, we reported it to the phone company. We changed our phone number. We reported it to the police. And I got some of the guys, these policemen, checking the place out whenever they can. And I try not to leave Clarice alone too much. But I don't know how long she's going to stand it.
And what's the reason you told me to come over here?
Well, I don't know, Rick. I just got this vague idea that maybe you could help me figure out where this guy's coming from.
I don't know. There might be a way. There just might be.
is it?
It's me, Clarice. Jerry.
Oh, Jerry.
Hi, what's wrong?
I got another call, I think.
I don't hear anything.
Well, maybe the tape didn't pick up the breathing or something.
Hey, it's okay. Nobody's going to bother you, not as long as I can help it.
I'm glad you're here, Jerry. What are you doing here in the middle of the day anyway?
Well, I was on my way down to Water Street. There's a bar down there that has pinball machines and a payphone. It's on the ambulance route that we traced the other day.
So then you're going to go down there and you're going to wait till someone goes in the phone booth? Well, what then?
You let Larry and me handle the details, okay?
It's just that this whole thing makes me so crazy, always being in the dark. And I feel so helpless. Like this tape. I mean, even if this isn't the breather, it might as well be.
Yeah, I guess I kind of see what you mean. Guess I should take this down to the station anyway. Let the lab guys go over it and see if there's anything in the background that can't be picked up with a naked ear.
What's that?
I didn't hear anything.
Corey, Mom said,
It's a kid.
It's Todd. Upstairs. Corey's new friend.
Yeah, didn't know what to say to her recording.
I can't stand this.
Hey, aren't you relieved?
No, I'm making mountains out of molehills. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I can't stay here anymore.
Hey, look, let me take you over to Ada's, all right? Okay, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, you get your coat. Get your coat.
I'm feeling better about this engagement of yours all the time.
Dad, I thought you approved all along.
I did, but,
But you were uncertain.
well, you know, honey, Mac is a lot older than you. And then there's Rachel. Your two lives have always been so entwined, and not always in a good way. I must admit it. I'd much rather you'd fallen in love with somebody else. Someone quite removed from Mac and Rachel. But, as it's turned out,
You are happy for me, aren't you?
how could I not be, seeing how he treats you? And when I see how you look at him.
He's always surprising me, Dad. He does such wonderful, thoughtful things. He's a very romantic man.
I suppose we all need romance in our lives.
And you're no exception, you devil, you.
Now, don't be fresh. But listen, if Mac makes you happy, then you have my wholehearted support.
I am happy. Very happy. To tell you the truth, I don't think I've been this happy since my second honeymoon with Steve. After Steve died, I didn't think I could ever feel that way about anyone again.
You're not romanticizing Steve, are you? There were times when he hurt you badly, Atlas.
I haven't forgotten that. But at the same time, I haven't forgotten the good times.
You know, I seem to remember with Stephen when I couldn't stand it. Seeing how hurt you were.
Well, when you love somebody, you're going to be hurt. It's inevitable. Believe me, I know. And for years now, I have steeled myself against getting hurt. I locked myself away and didn't want anything in there to hurt me. Well, now that I found Mac, he's really taught me a lot. I learned that when you close out the hurt,
we also close the door on love.
Still, I don't want to see you hurt.
I know. Daddies never want to see their children hurt. And I love you for that.
Just a bit of fatherly advice, if I may.
That's your privilege.
Don't compare Mac with Stephen. One of them is bound to lose.
Dad, Stephen is dead. I finally accepted that. I think if I hadn't, I wouldn't be free to love Mac as much as I do. There'll be no comparing. Besides, they're two very different kinds of men. Just as Rachel and I are two very different kinds of women.
There are more similarities between Mac and Steve than meet the eye.
You really think so?
I do. And don't look so unhappy. I didn't mean to put a damper on your happiness.
No, I know that. It's just... You're telling me to go into this relationship with my eyes open.
Oh, that's what I was trying to do, but I did it badly.
Oh, no. No, you didn't. And I really thank you for it. But now, I gotta run. I'll see you this evening.
Where is it, Sally?
What?
The paper with the accounting costs on it?
It's in your hand.
Oh. All right, where were we?
Well, you said for me to calculate a 5% raise in the advertising budget for January.
January?
Uh-huh.
You sure I said January? I didn't mean January. I don't know what I meant. I can't find anything in this mess. What? Can you tell me why this is such a mess, please?
Cecile, I arranged everything the way you wanted
Sally,
it.
don't give me any excuses either. I mean, this kind of work doesn't get done on excuses. Why doesn't everyone realize how important this work is? I mean, I keep trying to...
Hey, are you all right?
I'm fine.
Here, look, let me get you some water, okay? Here, maybe this will make you feel better. Oh! Here, move. I'll clean it up, okay? Here.
Sally, just leave it alone. Will you go? Please, I want to be alone.
Cecile. Look, you have been my best friend ever since I came back to Bay City. Now, I've never seen you act like this. Now, you tell me what's wrong.
Nothing's wrong. Sally, go. Will you go?
No, I won't go. You'll feel better. Will you tell me what it is? What's bothering you?
My divorce was granted yesterday, but I have to wait 3 long months for it to become final.
Yeah, that's upsetting.
It's not the real problem, though. Oh, Sally, the real problem is that I am pregnant.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. I had a test taken. It's definite. I am pregnant.
Jamie's baby.
No. No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Well, I don't understand.
Oh, Sally. I really need someone to talk to about this.
Are you saying that the baby is Sandy's?
Yes. I'm pretty sure it is.
You don't know, do you?
No, I don't know. I'm not sure. Oh, Sally, I'm so confused. I don't know what to do.
Have you talked to Jamie about this?
No, I don't want to talk to Jamie. I don't want him to know anything about this.
I saw him the other day in the library.
And you talked about me?
Well, just a little bit.
What did he say?
I don't know, Cecile. It
What
wasn't
did he
important.
say, Sally?
Look, I don't want to hurt you, all right?
Oh, that bad, huh?
Yeah, well, I guess he's bitter.
He's bitter. He's bitter. Sally, I'm the one who should be bitter. He's the one who walked out on me. Will you tell me what he said? You're my friend, not his.
All right. I'll tell you. Well, he said that he didn't love you anymore. And that he didn't care if he ever heard your name mentioned again.
Then I know I'm doing the right thing.
What's that?
Continuing with the divorce and starting a new life for myself.
And what's this?
Just listen.
Why are you playing this?
For the simple fact that Clarice fell apart when she heard it.
That sounds like Todd, Corey's friend from upstairs.
Didn't matter. I'm just glad that I was there when she played it.
Well, I thought you just went to the pub.
Well, I was on my way down there, but I don't know. I guess I got a hunch, so I stopped by.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you did. Listen, maybe I ought to get home and check on Clarice.
She's not home. I took her over to Ada's. She was really strung out. She didn't want to stay at the apartment.
Oh, Jerry, this is really something, man. I can't even leave her alone anymore. I don't want to either.
Not if that guy continues to call. I've never seen her so upset, not even because that guy called, but just because she thought he had.
I'm going to get this guy. I'm going to get him, Jerry.
Yeah. Let's get down to the Lighthouse Bar. I still think that's where those calls are being made from.
Yeah, it could be.
You coming?
No, you go on. I'll be down there in a while.
You got work to do?
No, Rick said he'd get back to me with something, and I think I'll just wait here for him.
Okay, no problem. You know where I'll be.
Right. See you there.
I'm sorry, I just can't do that.
Mac, if you don't allow me to do it, the odds are very strongly against your getting custody of Amanda.
But I can't do that to Rachel.
Can't have it both ways. No, I can understand your reluctance. You're a very ethical man. But we've only done our job. Now, the evidence we've accumulated could very easily turn the court in your favor.
Yes, I'm aware of that.
Well, you're just going to have to weigh which is more important in this instance, your daughter or your former wife's reputation. Well, I'll be in the office till late. You call me and tell me what you want to do.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Bond. Hello, Alice. Mr. Bond was just leaving.
How do you do? Mac, you give this some thought. Let me know so I can get to work.
I'll do that. Thank you very much for coming over.
This thing really has you upset, hasn't it?
I don't deny it. It does. Well, what are you doing here so early?
But Dr. Berger sent me over with some information on the Drug Rehabilitation Center.
Oh? What's it all about?
Well, it's mostly statistical information. He thought it'd be helpful in formulating a budget, so he could set a fundraising goal.
I see. Yeah, fine.
You're not going to look at it?
Oh, not now. I don't think I could concentrate on it now.
Did Mr. Bond give you some upsetting news?
No, not really. I'm just not sure I approve of his methods.
What kind of methods does he want to use?
Well, I'd rather not go into it just yet.
Well, I'm sorry I asked.
No, don't be. I want you to be aware of everything that's going on. It's just that I have to get my thoughts together about this and straightened out first. Do you mind?
I'll be here when you're ready to talk.
Thank you for not pressuring me. That's the last thing I need at this moment.
I know. What you need is some comforting closeness.
Oh, that's what I've got. Wow. I'm a very, very lucky man. Do you know that?
I'm a lucky woman to have you in love with me. Oh, Mac, I never thought it could happen again. At least not in quite the same way.
What do you mean the same way?
Well, Dad and I were talking this morning about Steve and me and you and Rachel. We both had very good relationships until they ended. I never thought I could feel that much for anyone again. As a matter of fact, I fought against it until you came along.
Well, I didn't fight against anything. When the smoke of battle cleared, there you were, an angel of love.
Oh, brother, are you silly? I'm hardly an angel, which you will find out. You know, maybe you don't know me as well as you thought. Maybe you'd like to wait a while.
No, I don't want to wait. I told you before. I know how lucky I am. After Rachel, there you were. The very woman I needed. And I appreciate you all the more because you were there at the right time.
I just hope you can still stay that after we've been married a while.
It will be perfect. You believe me. Well, almost. I do wish I could have my whole family together.
You'll get Amanda. I'm sure the court will award her to you.
I hope so. Oh, I hope so.
I hope so, too. I love Amanda, and I'd love to help raise her. I've never had children of my own. Well, not that young, anyway. Sally was 8 when she came to me.
But as much as I want to, I still don't want to hurt Rachel.
I know. Neither do I. But if it should work out in her favor, I don't want you to be hurt either.
You really mean that, don't you?
Of course I do. But it's a two-sided coin. What hurts you hurts me, and I don't want to be hurt.
Thank you. Oh, I tell you, Denny, I really like this place. It's so elegant.
I thought you might enjoy it. I remember how much you liked it last time.
Well, thank you for bringing me back.
So, have you heard from Lee?
No, not a word, and I really don't expect to either.
Really?
Yeah. Lee's out of my life now. And I'm living it the way that I want to. That's the way it's going to be.
Without Lee?
Absolutely.
Well, lots of changes in your life these days, eh?
Really?
Well, sure. You are getting a new stepfather, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I guess I am, aren't I? You know, it's kind of funny to think of my mother as Mrs. Matt Corey.
But didn't you expect it to happen?
No, as a matter of fact, it came as quite a surprise. I didn't know that they were that close.
Well, they had been seeing each other, though, hadn't they?
Yeah, well, I didn't know anything about it. I mean, I knew that they had dated a few times before that incident up at the cabin, but I had no idea that they were this serious about each other.
Don't you ever wonder how that happened? How they got together so fast?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, she went to live in the house as his nurse.
Yeah, I had heard something about that.
Yeah, so I guess that brought them closer together.
Well, it does make sense.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about it?
I'm happy for her. It's about time my mother found somebody to be happy with.
You don't think she's rushing into this too fast?
Well, not really. I mean, it is a surprise to me, but I don't know. It's not exactly my mother's style.
Not her style? How do you mean?
Well, up until a few months ago, she tried very hard not getting involved at all.
Can you stay for a little while?
Lady, I can stay a couple of minutes. I have to go to work soon.
Oh, Sandy, can you come back after you've finished?
Sweetheart, I'm going to be out all night.
It's too bad.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Well, something's bothering you. Is it the divorce?
No.
You sure?
Well, maybe it is.
It is what you want, isn't it?
Yes, Sandy, it is. It's just the waiting period is so long, and that's what bothers me.
That's not that long.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah?
Of course it is. I have to... 3 whole months I have to be Mrs. James Frame, and I'm afraid that that's somehow going to come between you and me.
Sweetheart, don't let that bother you. You're married to him in name only, and nothing, I mean nothing, will come between us.
I almost understand how Clarice feels.
Yeah, it's not good, that's for sure. Hey, did you talk to that Dr. Wagner?
Yeah, I did.
Well, what'd she say about this guy?
We've got a problem. It's hard to pin down the characteristics of somebody like this. They're usually shy, unusually self-centered, and very angry.
About what?
Well, since he's calling Clarice, I imagine about women.
Well, why would he call her and then not say anything?
It's a way of resolving. It's working out his anger. It's also a way of getting attention.
Well, I tell you, if I catch this guy, I'll give him some attention.
He's very sick, Larry. He needs help. One of the reasons he's making these calls is an attempt to control his anger.
Well, what are you saying? If he didn't make the calls, he might do something worse?
It's possible. Of course, we don't know anything right now.
Well, what I'm worried about is what happens if he can't control his anger and he falls apart.
I don't know.
In the meantime, what am I supposed to do? I mean, I can't be with Clarice all the time. And if I'm not with her, she's vulnerable. What if this dude cracks up and pulls some stunt?
Look, I understand what you're going through. Dr. Wagner even said that it might be as hard or even harder on you than Clarice. You feel like you have to protect her, and you're helpless.
You're damn right. And I don't like it one bit.
All right, look. If things get too rough for you, both you and Clarice, she said that maybe it'd be a good idea if you came in and talked to her. Maybe she can give you some ideas on how to handle the anxiety.
I don't know. I'm okay right now.
That's fine. But if it gets any rougher, remember I'm there too.
Thanks a lot, buddy. I might just take you up on that.
I don't know how useful this will be, but Sally was quite surprised that her mother and Mac Corey had announced their engagement.
Oh, really? She's not that close to her mother?
I wouldn't say that. It's just... Well, Alice moved in with Mac Corey as his nurse, and that's when the relationship really began. Before that, Sally said that they'd only had dinner together a few times.
Oh, so all of this happened away from Sally's eyes?
According to Sally.
Does she approve?
She didn't say. I think her reaction was mainly one of surprise.
What did she say? Why she was surprised?
Yes, interestingly enough, she said it wasn't her mother's style.
I didn't think it was.
No?
No. What else did she say?
Just that her mother had made an effort not to become involved with anyone. That was her mother's style.
So, how long has this relationship with Mac Corey been serious?
Well, the main part, since Alice moved into the house, arose about a month ago.
That's fast.
Yes, I would say so.
Anything else?
No, that's about it. But if you need to know anything else, I'm sure I can get it.
Not necessary. I have all I need to know.
Do you really mean that?
Of course I do. Come here and sit down. I had a talk with Mac today. He gave me a little fatherly
Mac?
advice. Don't look so worried.
I can't help it. I just think that he probably doesn't like us being together.
Abby, I don't think he feels that way. Sure, he was a little surprised at first, but he never hid that from us. He understands how I feel about you.
Do you really think he does?
He knows I love you. He knows I want to marry you.
Marry me? You want to marry me?
Yes, I do. Really.
Oh, Sandy, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
You don't believe it? Well, why not? You know that I love you, don't you?
Yes.
Sweetheart, I love you. And the day the divorce is final, I want to marry you. You understand me?
You sure were quiet during dinner.
Thank you. Well, it's going to be a difficult day. I can't help thinking about it.
Yes, I know. But you should try to forget about it tonight.
Are you chiding me by any chance?
Well, maybe. Tell you the truth, I'm a nervous wreck about this custody suit.
Are you really?
Well, of course I am. It's my life, too, that'll be affected.
Yes, of course it is. How selfish of me to think only of myself. Of course you'll be affected. If Amanda comes to live with us, you'll be her stepmother.
I'm responsible for her young life. That is not something to be taken lightly, Mac.
And you never would if I know you.
Well, of course not. But at the same time, I made a lot of mistakes with Sally. I just hope I learned from her, and I won't make the same ones with Amanda.
Oh, come on. You were a marvelous mother. Sally adores you.
And I love her. But that doesn't mean I didn't make mistakes.
Well, as far as that goes, I'm the champion mistake maker of all time, and I've got the history to prove it. After all, we're going to be able to help each other. We're in this together, you know.
I just hope I can measure up. For Amanda, it won't be like having Rachel as her mother.
No, it won't. But she's young. She'll adapt, and she'll love you very, very much.
I hope so, Mac. I really hope so.
Well, if that will be all, sir.
Yes, for the moment.
As I said, if you need any more information on Alice
I'll be
Frame-
sure to let you know.
Right. You know, I'm kind of getting into this historical research.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? History. History of individuals and relationships. If there were no history, there could be no future. Could there, Dan?
Of course not, sir.
And if that history consists of a grand passion, no mediocre present can ever replace it. You understand what I'm talking about?
I'm not sure, sir.
That's all right. I do. And I know what I have to do. And that's enough. For now.
Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another World.